The mysterious fighter that we've all been wondering about now for the last couple of days, scheduled to appear in Dragon Ball Super, may in fact have been revealed courtesy of Ken Ziro on Twitter, as we have brand new information coming in connection to the upcoming Dragon Ball Super episode 121 leaked image, alongside the mysterious fighter that we've all been wondering about for the last couple of days. And it's really interesting because it makes sense now that this mysterious fighter actually is somebody that we're going to see in the upcoming Dragon Ball Super episode for Dragon Ball Super episode 120. And again, I do want to remind you guys, if you guys are new to this channel and are fans of Dragon Ball, don't forget to punch that subscribe button, and most importantly, click that bell icon. That way you guys can be notified whenever a brand new video is posted onto this channel. For all the latest in Dragon Ball news, information, and updates, hashtag Dragon Ball Squad. My videos haven't been getting to you guys in the last couple of days, so be sure to come back onto the channel, as several people have been complaining about broken sub boxes and videos having to be glitched. So again, I do want to remind you guys to tune back onto the channel regularly to check for more updates and of course Dragon Ball videos. Now, with the recent information that we've learned with this mysterious fighter having to debut in Dragon Ball Super, a lot of people have been wondering as to who exactly this may be. Some people were speculating as if this is going to be a brand new fighter entirely. Others were talking about potentially a fusion between Goku, Vegeta, or perhaps maybe another deity or another character entirely having to enter the Tournament of Power. Well, according to Ken Ziro on Twitter, it looks like the mysterious fighter having to be shown right next to the Super Dragon Ball Heroes cards may actually be Universe 3's Aniraza. Now, Aniraza is going to be the new fighter having to join the fray in the upcoming episode for Dragon Ball Super, and it only makes sense because we understand that, you know, based on the next image that we're going to see later on, it looks like this character is going to be giving our heroes a bit of a run for their money, because one character is actually missing from the leaked image for Dragon Ball Super episode 121, and we're going to talk about that as we carry on forward. So according to Ken Ziro, if you really pay attention, you zoom on in and you analyze the picture closely, it looks like it actually starts with the letter A, and we have Aniraza in the actual name title here. So this actually may end up being the robot having to be seen from Universe 3, which is pretty cool because we don't really know what this fused robot has to offer in terms of being a strong competitor in the Tournament of Power, but you guys can rest assured that we're going to see that later on this week. And of course, my super review will be a bit late this week because I do have my re-debut match on House of Glory Wrestling starring Ric Flair and so many other superstars on the card. And if you guys don't know, I am a pro wrestler. You guys can follow me on Twitter and see more information on that. But it looks like, based to our knowledge, this mysterious fighter might actually end up being the Universe 3 robot. Now, in conjunction to what I spoke about earlier with Android number 18, we have the official Dragon Ball Super episode 121 preview image, and as you guys can see, they're all together: Frieza, Android 17, Vegeta, Gohan, and Goku. However, where exactly is Android 18? That's the mystery. We don't know. It looks like maybe, according to what we're looking at now, it's possible that Android 18 may have suffered the consequences in being defeated by the Universe 3 merged robots, which can only make sense considering that we have Goku, Gohan, Vegeta, 17, and Frieza as the last remaining fighters in the ring. So even with that being said, episode 121 again is the final episode for 2017 as we go into Dragon Ball Super episode 122 with Vegeta having to fight Jiren. But the question is, what is everyone looking at? Who are they looking at? It's almost safe to assume that they're not looking at the Universe 3 robots, because there is a chance that they could be eliminated in the Tournament of Power going into episode 121, or even during that as we go into Dragon Ball Super episode 122. But either way, we see the following fighters and 18's missing. So I want to know from you guys down below if you guys believe 18 has been eliminated, or if in fact something happened to her, because keep in mind, she is really injured, so that can play a key component as to what happens to her due to the Universe 3 fused robots having to take her down. And I personally feel that it's Android 18's time to go, but that's why I want to know from you guys as to what you guys think down in the comment section below about 18 and the fused robot. Now, we have a very special 2018 Dragon Ball Super crossover with the reality show called Run for Money on Saturday, January 6th at 6:30 p.m. over in Japan, and it's supposed to be something involving Frieza's resurrection, as it was quoted by Hermsen saying, "The great showdown in Yokohama Chinatown, contestants will try and prevent Frieza's resurrection while avoiding hunters for 100 minutes. So that's a pretty cool thing. In case you guys are wondering, it's a TV show, it's nothing that's related to anime. So in terms of actual animation, of course, like for an actual episode, so don't expect like some crazy animation behind that. It's going to be something for a TV show, for like a reality-based show. So if you guys are interested in watching that before we actually get to see all craziness happen between Jiren and Vegeta on that same day, you guys can go on ahead and check that out as well. So lastly, before we go, we have some brand new scans for Dragon Ball Super Manga chapter number 31, in which I will be covering on this channel, so make sure you guys tune back on for that, as we have some very interesting developments with Goku having to fight Android 17. Now, one of the main reasons as to why Goku's fighting 17 is because, first of all, the mask explains why he's there, in the idea that he wants to see how strong 17 has gotten since the time of the androids, Perfect Cell, Majin Buu, which kind of explains Goku's reasoning, because we see firsthand how 17 throws down with Goku, and if you guys pay close attention, it's because of their first encounter that Goku is forced in using Super Saiyan 3 as opposed to Super Saiyan Blue. So if you guys are very curious about if Goku's going to use Super Saiyan Blue, he does not. It looks like Goku maxes out in using Super Saiyan 3 before Android 17 can do anything of significant damage. So if you guys are curious about the power scaling here, it's very different as opposed to the anime, in which again we are going to break down on this channel. And let me know once again if you guys are getting my videos in your feed, because within the last few days a lot of you guys have been coming to me asking me if I had posted any videos, and it's very alarming to me in the idea that a lot of you guys are either getting unsubbed from the channel or you guys are not getting any videos in your feed. So as always, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and follow me at Twitter. That way you guys can be up to date with all the latest. Now we also have our first big reveal on Uub. Now I do have a few scans actually depicting Uub carrying a child on his back alongside seeing his people in his village, and Goku having to stand up on Kami's lookout and looking down. We finally have a first glimpse of Uub in his village. He's actually a very young child, actually a lot younger than how we originally saw Uub when he confronted Goku at the end of Dragon Ball Z. So that's very interesting information that I really encourage you guys to come back on so we can talk about. And in the next image having to be shown here, we see Uub, he's walking around his village and he's talking. Now he has a child on his back. We don't know if this is a local child from his village. We don't know if this is in fact maybe his brother, his sister, because again, we've never seen this from Uub in Dragon Ball Z before. We never actually had any information or any inside, first look as to what Uub was doing in his village. All we really knew that Uub was actually very poor and he had to work for everything he had, and thus entering the tournament in order to win the Zeni that was actually posted so he can feed the villagers and his, his family and whatnot. So that's pretty cool to see here. So again, Dragon Ball Super Manga chapter number 31 will be posted on this channel. We have a lot to talk about, and we have Jump Fest that's going to be dropping tomorrow and the 16th. So lots of Dragon Ball news is going to be posted, so make sure you guys keep your eyes and ears peeled. Thank you all so much for your overwhelming support. Again, what's interesting to me, and I'm going to give you guys my quick opinion on Goku versus 17, because a lot of you guys are going to either say A, the manga corrects the anime, or B, you're going to side with the anime and saying that it better suits 17 considering how strong he's actually gotten. So it actually depends on where you guys fall, if you guys agree or disagree with Android 17 having to be either Super Saiyan 3 level as to what it looks like in the anime, or being Super Saiyan Blue level to what it's looking like in the anime. So it's very different in the way they're portraying 17, because if you look at it, it looks like he's not Super Saiyan Blue level in the manga, but then again, this could change. We have some information as to how he knows Goku's voice and the background behind how he's actually able to recognize Goku. So again, if you guys are stoked about this, let me know down below. Thank you all so much for watching. And again, going back to the mysterious fighter, who do you think it is? It has to be the robot. It can't be Ultra Instinct Vegeta. It can't be the reintroduction of Vegito. It can't be anybody else, because the tournament right now, it's pretty much signed and sealed. I mean, we're entering the final 10 minutes of the Tournament of Power involving Jiren and the Pride Troopers, the strongest, legit the strongest. And from what it looks like, 18, she doesn't look like she's going to be here for long, and I don't have a problem with that, considering that I feel like 18 has done her time, and now legit all the big boys are up to play. Toppo, Dispo, Jiren, 17, Frieza, Gohan, Goku, and Vegeta. I don't think Universe 3 is going to survive. I think Universe 3 is going to be destroyed by the end of 121, which is why the image looks the way it does, which is pretty cool in my opinion. So post your comments down below, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. And one more quick plug in case you guys don't know. If you guys are unaware, I am starting my own podcast in 2018 called Inside Culture. As you guys can see on screen, I will leave a direct link to Inside Culture down in the description box, and you guys can expect loads of different podcasts from myself and my co-host Devil Artemis, as we are going to talk about movies, anime, Dragon Ball, or all sorts of different things you guys will not get to see on here. So I do want to say, guys, subscribe to this channel and subscribe to Inside Culture. Thank you all so much for your overwhelming support. I hope you guys have a great time and a great night wherever you guys are from, and I'll be seeing you all down in the comment section below. Have a great day, everybody. Peace.